Hey everybody, hope you guys are healthy and safe. So I am in Singapore right now. Check out the view that I have. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at this. This is the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, the newest foldable phone from Xiaomi and the newest foldable phone on the market, period. It was released one day after the Galaxy Z Fold 4, so that's why it's the newest foldable. And it also beat the Galaxy Z Fold 4 to the title of the thinnest and lightest large screen foldable. The Mix Fold 2 only weighs 262 grams, which is 1 gram lighter than the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but it is significantly thinner than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. It measures only 5.4 millimeters when unfolded, and folded up it is only 11.2 millimeters. That's barely thicker than an iPhone 13 Pro Max with a case. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to do an unboxing first, and then I'm gonna install Google on camera. I'm gonna do this because every time I review or test a China-only phone, I always get people in the comments saying, oh, can this phone run Google? Even though, you know, I've said over and over, yes, it can run Google, people will still leave a comment asking me that. So I figure I'm gonna show me installing Google on the phone, so hopefully I don't get those comments. And after that, we're gonna take a look at the phone's hardware and software along with some photo and video samples. This is not a review, this is just a day one impressions. And if you don't care about the unboxing and the Google installation, just jump to this time right here to go straight to the hands-on. Let's begin. Okay, so this package has a little tab in the back that you just peel. Oh, okay, I don't think it worked. Okay, so there's a little paper sleeve. Let's move it out of the way, and then we have this open up package like this. It's a Xiaomi Mix Fold, Xiaomi Mix VIP service. Like phones for China do this a lot when it's like a premium flagship. They try to make the experience feel a little bit more luxury, I guess. So I'm gonna put the device aside first and see what else is included. So you do get a protective case. So this case has that same leather-like back that we've seen in the Xiaomi 12S Ultra. So we have a 67 watt adapter here and a USB-C cable. We don't really need to unbox the USB-C cable, right? Yeah, let's get to the main event. Okay, so even just holding the phone right now, I am already noticing how thin this thing is. I mean, this is the special feature, main selling point of this phone. And here's the screen. You can see the crease a little bit if the lighting hits it just right, but you can't really feel it with your fingers. It's not as deep a groove as on the Galaxy Fold phones. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the Galaxy Z Fold 4 yet. I only have the 3 here. I'm getting the 4 in a couple of days. But let's fold it up and check out the difference in thickness. Now, there is a weakness of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 that I already knew about, and I'm a little bit disappointed by, is that this hinge can either open all the way or close. It cannot stay midway folded in the so-called flex mode that Samsung pioneered, where the hinge will stay halfway like this. This is quite useful because a lot of times I can just put the phone down like this and use it as a tripod to film myself. Okay, let's boot up the phone. Let's do this full screen. Okay, so the fingerprint sensor is side mounted. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install Google Apps. So I'm gonna jump into Xiaomi's App Store, search for Google, see if anything pops up. If something pops up, then I can just install it straight from here, but there doesn't appear to be one. Then I'll just jump into the web browser and go to a trusted third-party site like APK Pure or APK Mirror. And from here, I just search for the Google Play Store, click download APK. Should be downloading right now. Okay, it's installed, so I just tap on launch. Yep, it's working. Okay, so it's asking for my 2-step verification, and I'm in. So Google Mobile Services is already installed in this phone. So all you have to do is install Google Play Store, and you will be logged into Google, and everything should be working normally. So one thing you're gonna have to deal with when you get a China-only phone is that you'll have to manually install all your Google apps yourself. So the process will take you like 20 minutes to set everything up. It'll take me about 15 to 20 minutes to get this phone looking like it was an international version of a Xiaomi phone. By the way, if there are any apps that you're wondering if it'll work on this phone, please leave a comment to let me know. Then I will try to install it and get back to you whether it works or not. But for the most part, like 99.9% of apps that works with a global Xiaomi phone will work on this phone. So we can see that Xiaomi's approach to a foldable home screen has changed from before. This is how Vivo does it actually. You can see that the main home phone screen is actually on the left side and the second page is on the right side. So when I fold the phone, you see this is the front page, the second page, and then when I unfold the phone, you just get both pages at the same time on one screen. There is no app tray out of the box, but I believe you can set an app tray in settings. Yeah, you can set an app tray. So it takes a little bit of time, I would say 20-30 minutes of playing around. Eventually you can get this phone to look and feel much more like a Western international version of an Android phone. So let's check out this included case too. So I think it just snaps on like this, and it gives the phone a grippier feel with that leather-like finish. It also has a kickstand for when you want to watch videos like that. But you know what? If Xiaomi had just built a flex mode into the hinge, then we wouldn't need this case. Okay, so I played around with the Mix Fold 2 for a couple of hours now, and the first thing I have to say is this is the first large screen inner foldable phone to feel like an actual slab. And I say that not just because this 6.5-inch display here has a more traditional aspect ratio, unlike the really long and narrow candy bar shape of Galaxy Z Fold 3 or 4, but also just the fact that the phone is so thin and light for a foldable. It weighs 262 grams, which is barely heavier than the iPhone 13 Pro Max with a case. The display looks vibrant, as you can see. 1000 nits of brightness, even outside under the sun, it's absolutely fine. 2520 by 1080 resolution. It's a 120Hz panel, but the outside panel is just a typical high refresh rate. It's not an LTPO panel. But the inside display, this 8-inch display is an LTPO panel. This is an LTPO 2.0 panel, and also 120Hz maximum refresh rate. As you can see, everything looks good. Now, despite the fact that this phone is so thin, Xiaomi still managed to cram a 4500 mAh battery inside. Again, a little bit larger than what's seen in the Z Fold 3 and 4. And also because this phone runs on the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which is really battery efficient. So I am pretty sure this phone will be able to give me all-day battery life. I obviously haven't put it to the test yet, but I'm pretty sure. So this phone has a stereo speaker system at the top and bottom of the frame, or when you hold the phone sideways like this, it is on the left and right side. So we'll go up to max volume. Okay, now look at the camera. So this camera system is not going to be Xiaomi's absolute tip-top camera system. That would still be the 12S Ultra with the 1-inch sensor. But this is pretty good. So you have a Sony IMX766 image sensor with a 1/1.56-inch sensor. That's a respectable size. It's not large, but it's not small either. Up here, you have a 13-megapixel ultra-wide with a 123-degree field of view. And down here, this is just an 8-megapixel 2x telephoto zoom lens. You guys know me, I love to take zoom photography, so 2x zoom in 2022 just feels a little bit weak. But the main camera so far, at least from the samples that I've taken, they look pretty good. And I'm happy to report that Xiaomi and Leica, they're collaborating now, so this phone also has that Leica image processing with a stronger contrast and deeper shadows, and I quite like how photos look. And even in difficult HDR scenes, like right here, I'm shooting against a window with the sunset and my girlfriend sitting at the table, and you can see the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 grabbed a really good looking shot with the main and ultra wide camera. Okay, so overall, after testing the camera system for just like an hour or two, I think I really like the main camera, particularly by foldable phone standards. This is good. The ultra wide camera is pretty solid too, but the 2x telephoto zoom lens is a little bit weak, and even by foldable standards, because the Galaxy Z Fold 4 has a 3x telephoto zoom lens now, and the Vivo X Fold has a 5x periscope zoom lens. But I will definitely put the camera system to the test a little bit more. In the meantime, just look at these photo and video samples I've captured today on day one. I'm filming myself with the main camera of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 right now, and obviously I can see myself because of this outside screen. Shooting the main camera is always better than shooting the ultra wide camera. Watching main camera footage of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 right now. So my early impressions of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 is that Xiaomi has answered a lot of the criticism that people have said about foldable phones, that they're too thick, too bulky, too heavy, too expensive. This thing now is barely a little bit heavier and thicker than a big iPhone or a big Galaxy S22 Ultra with a case. It's definitely manageable now, and it feels a lot more like using a normal phone when it's folded up. And this thing starts at 9,000 Chinese yuan in China, which converts to 1,300 US dollars. Now, obviously, if you're watching this outside China, you're gonna have to import this and pay a markup. But even with the usual markup, you're still gonna get this for under 1,600 or 1,500 US dollars. That's still cheaper than what Samsung's asking for the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Now, of course, the Z Fold 4 has several hardware features better than what Xiaomi has done. So first, the fact that the hinge can stay in place, flex mode. So two, the Fold 4 has a IPX8 water resistant, so that means it's splash proof. And then three, the Fold 4 has wireless charging. This phone does not have wireless charging, but then you have a 67 watt fast charging brick and battery life that should be able to last you all day. So I'm okay without wireless charging. And I'm also okay without IPX8 because I'm very careful with my phones. I'm not going to drop my phone in water accidentally. So the only thing that's missing is a flex mode. So this is just an early first look of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. I'm going to have a lot more content on this phone throughout the next few days when I'm using it as my daily driver out and about Singapore. So expect like camera shootouts against the Fold 4 and maybe like so expect camera shootouts against like the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and then expect like a software overview to dig deeper into the software situation here, and then definitely a full review coming too. So please stay tuned, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.